Okay, we already talked how to take care of the salt and wet and all that part in the shoes. Now, Joe, why don't you tell us? There's the soles. What is that? We were talking behind cameras about the protection, the security. Let's put it that way. What do you tell us about that?
Yeah, one of the biggest things that we do this time of the year is for ladies and men's. The problem with slippery surfaces. So what we'll do a lot on boots and on boots and shoes this time of the year is we put on what we call protector soling.
Okay? I can call them the winter tires.
Winter tires, yeah, if you want to. You can call them anything you want. It's a thin layer of rubber which will basically do a few different things. It prevents the leather, the soling, from absorbing water and therefore kind of rotting away and wearing off quickly. It gives you a little bit of a grip and you feel secure. You feel secure that you're not going to slip and slide. That doesn't matter where you're walking. So it's a very sensible thing to do this time of the year on all footwear, boots and shoes. And it does extend the life of the shoe. The item. Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't matter what type of shoe, because
no,
we see the
we'll do it.
This is very.
We'll do it on most items. We'll do it on most boots and shoes. And again, it does extend the life of the shoes. So come summertime, if you don't want them anymore, they can be easily peeled off, and then there you go again with your leather shoe, with your leather bottom.
But anyway, so, it doesn't make sense to take it off.
No, you can use it in the summer too, but there's the odd person that might not like it in the summertime, and you know. But this time of the year, definitely, it's one of the smartest things to do for all of your footwear.
Okay.
So
now let's go to the next side of the real work in the store, repairing your favorite shoes.
Yeah.
Why is that important? And in my country, in Latin America, it's very common to bring your old shoes to the shoe repair to be repaired. But here in Canada, I don't see that as a very common thing.
You know, everyone has their different reason for wanting to come in and ask questions. But the most common question is, are these shoes worth fixing?
Yeah.
So basically it comes down to quickly analyzing the footwear. Why do you like this pair of shoes? What do you want to do? What you want us to do? And I mean, if once you've told me that this is your favorite pair of shoes, then I'm going to tell you what I can do for it, and we'll talk about this, we'll talk about that, and eventually the customers will agree that yes, it's worth it.
Yeah.
This, for example, this is a very good men's shoe, one of the better brands. This man, we've discussed it, and he decided to go with a complete rebuild of the bottom, which means it's a brand new leather sole from toe to heel. So there's a complete, beautiful Italian new sole and a nice rubber heel. And for a fair price, this man has completely rejuvenated a $300 shoe.
It looks perfect. It looks very nice.
The thing that everyone should keep in mind is that if something makes sense to repair, there's when you finally decide that you and your cobbler have decided to go ahead and fix that pair of shoes or that pair of boots or whatever else, you're at the same time accomplishing a couple of other things. You're keeping us in business. This is a trade that's been around for centuries. It is slowly maybe dying, my personal opinion, but this helps us stay here and maybe stay here for a few more generations.
What do you mean with it's dying slowly? Because of the prices.
This trade was the people that most of the cobblers get into this because their parents or their grandparents were doing it years ago. It has changed in the last couple of decades, where everyone that got into this trade, including me, didn't necessarily have a father doing this. I got in other ways. The younger generation is not, and no one is to be blamed, but is not necessarily looking at this as a possible future.
Yeah.
There's not really, not in Canada anyways, any training programs for someone that might think that they would like to try this. There is not a training program. So you're not going to learn unless you don't go to a shop and see if somebody would take you in and show you the trade.
It's a good point, Joe, because this is an essential part of our life, the shoes. It could be a
It's
training,
not only the shoes, but you come into a shop like this, like many other shops in the city or out of the city. It's so many different items that we fix. I mean, they can come to us and we'll look at your footwear, your boots, your handbag, your belts, your suitcases, your anything to do with leather. We deal with it, and we will try our best to accommodate everyone that comes in here. I mean, if we think we can fix it, we're going to try our best. It's not necessarily the money sometimes, it's the fact that we know how much that person likes that item, and we want to try to please this person. We don't want to say, throw it out. We can't do anything about it. We'll go there once in a blue moon when this item is really at the end of its life. Other than that, we will try our darnest to fix it. So you can have your favorite thing again.
What's the most common client coming at this point because of the weather, because of the season?
Boots. Ladies' boots are the big thing now.
Big now.
We'll get quite a few men right now coming in for a shoe shine. You know. Obviously, right now there's parties and things of that sort, and they will come in for a quick shoe shine, or they want to put their suit on, they want to look good. Okay,
thank you, Joe. Now we're going to go for a short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk with Joe about the modification, how they can modify this footwear. Okay, so we'll be back in one moment.